Then after the question, it's about stating an hypothesis.
Remember that a hypothesis always, it has to include the two variables, the dependent and independent variables, and then it has to also give the relationship that they occur between these two variables. And of course, when you have a hypothesis, can you design an investigation? Can it, or is it testable?
And never in the form of a question, always as a statement.
And I think this is also a good way of showing them. So remember, if we have a hypothesis, look at that. It can be written as that. So it's an independent variable. So as the independent variable changes, the dependent variable changes. Now our question is, what is a dependent and what is an independent variable? And I think many learners, they find it a bit difficult to distinguish between the two. There you can see the independent variable. There's an example of a hypothesis. As the level of moisture increases, the number of seeds germinated also increases. Now, if we look at that example, which one of those two factors can you think can we control? Can we change all the time? And which one will change as a result of the one that we manipulate?
In other words, you're asking them the one that we have control over, that we can decide upon. That is the independent variable.
Right.
In other words, if we look at our slide, if we look at the level of moisture increases, that was the one you decided. Are you going to put more or less water with the experiment? So that is the independent variable. And the results that you're waiting to see, how many seeds germinated, that will be the dependent variable.
Because the second one, that will change all the time because we manipulate that one. So the independent variable is the one that we manipulate, we can have control over. And this, I put it in red there for you so that you can see. You can say hypothesis can be anything. You can say it increases and that one decreases. Or you can say both of them decrease. This is the relationship between the two that we have spoken about. So here you have your independent variable, there you have your dependent variable, and you have the relationship between the two. And that will see to it that you get at least 3 marks.
Yeah. Right. Once again, the variables, just to summarize, the independent variable is the cause. It's a factor that you can change, that you want to see what is the influence of that factor. The dependent variable is what you measure, what you look for, your results. And then the controlled or the fixed variables are those that you keep the same. Remember when I talked about the dissolving of the sugar, the same size container, the same amount of water.
Same type of container
Same type of container can also be influenced because some containers take heat from the environment and some are insulators. So yes, so these are the 3 variables that you must know. You have to recognize them. If we can have a look at the slides. You have to recognize them and you have to explain them. And in an experiment, you have to identify them.